Hello everybody, this is Twisted Action bringing you a World of Warships replay. So, this is me playing my Fiji in ranked battles. And I start out, team decides to head to A, so that's where I start heading, and I'm looking at the minimap going, oh man, DD's not moving. So I'm looking over, checking out the rest of the team, and yep, DD's definitely not moving. This Mayoko is kind of cutting in towards me. I have my spot picked out just south of A, that island. I want to be towards the point of that. So if the enemy team is headed into A, I can pop my smoke and punish them. So I'm trying to figure out what this Mayoko's doing. I slow down because I want to get on the other side of him. Of course, he thinks I'm going to ram him, so he starts turning out. And then get around behind him here. And he turns back out, which is good news for me. Now, as I'm heading down here, I'm watching the mini-map, and I'm wishing that the Belfast would have really followed me down here, so that way he could have popped radar while we were sitting in the smoke. And then we could have used our smokes in conjunction, would have provided a nasty effort right here at the point just south of A.
Enemy force detected.
So as I coming up, I see the Mayoko. I'm like, all right, that's a good target. It's pointed at me, but with the way the Fiji shoots, it's just impressive damage. And then there's lots of targets, and there's the enemy Fiji, the Atlanta. And I'm like, ooh, brakes. Oh, saw the DD. DD pops up. I see him. Guess where he was, and I pop off a shot, and good 6,000 damage to that DD. And some defender ribbons, and then the Mayoko becomes my target. And just backing up here, and had a good feeling that after seeing that DD, and he saw me, that he was going to pop off some torpedoes, so just returned the favor and popped some back. Not really the direction I wanted to send them. I would have much rather sent them more towards the island, over the edge of the island, where that Mayoko was last spotted, but I figured at least I'd deter them, maybe get a lucky shot. And we got a Mayoko coming, being really aggressive here. I snapshot and just didn't take the time to look at the timer, the shell flight time, and the range. Bad lead, so I missed. But I made up for it there with the Citadel. And then I'm like, holy cow, torpedoes? Where'd those come from? It was like, better not be any team killing and ranked. So pop off a couple more. He disappears. Head back to the smoke because I know it's probably ready to dissipate. Check my torpedoes, and they still got time, and the direction he's headed, I'm never going to get him off at him. So take some more pop shots at this Mayoko over here. And then I noticed the detected, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. And I wasn't paying attention to the counter on the smoke, and I dearly pay for it here. The other Fiji we're just returning, and had my hydro popped, so I noticed that those incoming torps, I take a crap ton of damage. I pop my repair. Probably it was probably a good thing that I did that. I'm just getting pounded. Luckily enough, there is only 10 seconds left before my smoke is available again, so I'm just getting going, dodging and weaving, trying to keep the fire on. That Fiji haven't taken any horribly massive damage, which is really easy to have done in this ship. And as I say that, I get pounded from the Colorado. Pop my smoke. I notice I'm not going to get around the island. I'm just too big of a target, and they're still getting couple shots that had been fired as I was popping my smoke, so I take a massive amount of damage, and that's what I mean by the ship is great, but when you screw up, you pay the price, and I really screwed up right there. Bad escape plan, wasn't watching the timer on the smoke. I should have really had turned around and started heading the other way, but I got the DD, which was their only DD. And I feel in a ranked match, getting the DDs is a very important. I mean, if you don't get the DDs, they can run from between caps and just outrun you and keep capping. So I launched some torps there, more as a deterrent to keep him turned in, because I wanted to escape my smoke and get out from in front of that island and get around on the backside. So I'm gonna continue to just try to pound on this guy. I know he's what kind of damage this ship can do, so he needs to go. And he is bloodthirsty for me. He's being shot at from all different angles, and he is solely focused on me. He can't even see me, and he's just randomly popping off shots trying to kill me. A decent hit on him there. I'm gonna come around the corner of this island. It was an alright salvo. I thought it was worse. I'll finish him off right here. Now, one thing I do have to add is I do have adrenaline rush on this captain, so as my health is decreased, my fire rate is increased. And for this ship, that it is amazing to have that kind of fire rate. And my total hits at the end of this match kind of prove that having that skill is completely worth it. The reload times are absolutely ridiculous.
All stations. Strategic target.
Trying to pop some shots off at that in Atlanta, but he's kind of hiding at max range, and I didn't notice the shores pop up. I should have watched my mini-map a little closer, but I turn out to get in behind this island, put the island between him and me, and then try to regroup and figure out what I'm going to do. He's full health. That's danger for me. He can do a lot of damage. Luckily, his shots were a little back and high. Mine weren't much better because I just popped a shot off in reaction and didn't really lead him properly. Thank goodness Nagato was here to kind of take some of the attention, but the Colorado is also like extremely bloodthirsty for me. He's popping shots off at me, trying to take me out of this match. Come back around the point of this island, slow down, get between me, the Nagato, and that shores, and pop my smoke, and then just put some volleys into him. And the Nagato gets a big hit on him right there, and I finish him off.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So that makes 3 kills so far.
Capture that area.
And I'm sitting here looking at the minimap, and the Nagato's saying, need somebody to go to A. None of the other guys are really in position, and they're defending B, so I'm like, alright, I'll go grab A. And I know that Colorado and the Atlanta are over there. And then I noticed their Myoko over there just died. So I'm like, alright, let's go around the back side of this island to make sure I stay out of detection range while I'm advancing. And when I get up there, I'll pop my smoke. Once I'm in A, I'll pop my smoke and just start lighting into that Colorado. And then the Atlanta pops up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta take these shots. So I take my time a little bit more on this, line up the shot, look at my timer, and then fire. and it is. That's how you should actually shoot. This should not be a video on how to aim, because I did fairly poorly with my aiming. But I get another Citadel here. Nice big hit on that Atlanta. And then I've got a good shot, lob over the corner there and finish him off. So now I'm sitting at 4 kills. This Colorado's full health. But I do have to say one thing. Battleships. Just because it's a cruiser shooting AP, you should not sail broad. Okay, let me try that again. Do not sail broadside to a cruiser, British cruiser, with AP. Because once I get in this cap, I will demonstrate why. I mean, I'm getting help from the Nagato, and I believe it's a Mayoko on our team still alive. And he was headed towards B, so I've stopped their points cap because they are outpointing us by about 52 points. So nothing major. He's the last guy alive. So I figure as long as nobody else commits crazy suicide but keeps him spotted, I'll be able to sit in my smoke and just rain these shells on him. And then I get it for my first salvo. I believe it was 2,000. Then I get a 3,000. Get a 4,000. Just chewing him. Just shot. And it's like every 6 seconds I'm shooting. And it's 5,000. 5,000. Takes a torp. It's really hurt him. There's another 3,000. Nagato got a big chunk off of him. He's sitting at about 5,000 health and 1,500. Come on. And then this last salvo over the island, I get him. Kraken unleashed. So there's my score. Dreadnought, Kraken, and high caliber. 2,300 base experience. Here's my damage. 186 hits, 83,500 damage. And then I'm not running premium account right now, so just shy of 200,000 credits and 3,500 XP. Thanks for watching.